Hey everybody, happy Tuesday. Thanks for being with us here on Northern Life. Big show today. I believe the first duo show that Briggs and I have had together since maybe before October 15th.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
It had to have been, I think, when you left for your cruise.
Yep.
Was the last time that I was on a show with you. And then Hunter and I had a stint for a couple weeks, and then we were all gone for a minute there too. And so we had some reruns going. And we didn't really plan super well because you had your vacation. I had a baby.
Fortunately,
Hunter was gone, I think.
The timing worked out though to where, I got back from my vacation, and then I think like the day before I got back, you had gone on leave. So
True.
Unfortunately it all worked out.
It
But
did.
we're back at it now. Hey, well, Briggs, first things first. How much do you like chicken noodle soup?
I like it a lot.
Okay.
I do.
Would you like it in cough drop form?
Sure, maybe. I don't know. Let's see.
Well, hey,
Show
Progresso
it to me.
Soup got us covered. Some soup drops they're coming out with for a limited time only. It's for this cold and flu season. They're calling them soup you can suck on. So the drops are available for a limited time on the Progresso's website.
Yeah, my first reaction is definitely questionable tagline or motto. Kind of weird.
Gets your attention.
Yeah,
Yep.
turns me off a little bit though. I'm like, kind of weird. But you suck on soup anyway, so
Yeah.
what's the difference really?
Right.
But it reminds me of Willy Wonka, the original, where they have like those little candies that are
Yeah.
like full meals, and
Yeah.
you like go through the whole taste experience. That was the first thing I thought of, and maybe a low calorie option.
True.
Maybe it's doesn't have any calories. Who knows?
Who knows? I'll have to get the nutritional facts on that one. But quite the product you could try out for
Yeah.
yourself. As you know, a lot of people are getting sick this time of year.
True.
Yeah. So
would you try it?
I would give it a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd spit it out after probably 10 seconds, but it's worth a go.
We gotta order
Yeah.
some. I imagine it's probably like only online thing.
Yeah, only on their
We'll have to
website.
get our hands on some of those because that
Yeah.
could be interesting.
Yeah.
Well, hey, coming up on today's show, Ryan and Hunter are gonna head over to the Boat Club restaurant in Duluth. Not only are they enjoying a delicious dining experience there, but they're also gonna be learning how to show the best manners when they're having a nice dinner, including a few etiquette tips that we can all use at the table. I know that's something I could certainly learn from, so excited to see that. Until then, we're going to get from a few messages from our Northern Life community on that cool new text line that we have operating. We got one from Viv. She asks, what's your guys' favorite blindfold adventure? I had to think about this one. We've done so many really cool ones, but I always go back to one of the first ones I think I did when you guys sent me up in the plane with the folks at the Flight Academy up here in Duluth. And that was just so cool because it was early fall. You could see all the colors.
You didn't have to jump out of the plane.
True.
Ideal.
I did think it was going to be a skydiving experience. I think I said that too when I sat down in the plane and I took off my blindfold. I'm like, do I have to jump out of this? Please, God,
You
no.
can sit. You're fine.
Yeah. But that was so fun, and what a cool experience. But we've done so many cool things, like that one time that we went to the Cirque event in the mall parking lot.
You had to ride the
Duluth.
motorcycle.
That was terrifying. I will never do it again. But cool looking back on it. Yeah, what about yours?
I think, recently we got to, it's going to be a future story. Hunter took me sled dog racing. So if you haven't checked out our Northern Life Facebook page, got a little video from Endurance Kennels LLC.
Yeah.
That was quite the experience.
So cool. How dare Hunter schedule that when
didn't
I
even-
was not here?
Didn't even
That's
give you an
really
invite.
funny.
But another one, too, that sticks out to my mind. It's a basic one, but when we played laser tag, all three of us together.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
That was really fun.
That was intense.
It was
intense.
I hadn't played laser tag in a minute, and I didn't know how to work the gun, but I still had fun.
We still had fun. We're proud of the kids in us. Hey, next we had Andrea reach out on the Northern Life text line wondering, would you consider a true coffee lover to be A, a person who drinks coffee black, or B, a person who drinks coffee with coffee creamer or sugar in it?
I think, either is fair, but I'm kind of the variety where I put coffee in my cream. I'm one of those, where I just load my coffee up with the extra stuff. So I don't know if I'm necessarily a coffee lover because I don't just like the taste of just plain coffee.
Yeah,
You?
I think I love black coffee, but I think the people who are extreme coffee lovers, when I hear that term, in my opinion, are the ones who have like those pour-overs, those special pour-over machines. They grind the beans themselves. That's more than I'm willing to do.
Yeah, there's a lot of coffee snobs out there. We know Hunter's not one of them.
He's not.
Not a coffee
We know that.
person.
But here's a drink that people are apparently loving, Briggs. The dirty soda trend taken off here in Minnesota. Dirty soda, if you haven't heard of it, It mixes fountain pop with other things like fruit, creams, and syrup. The drinks are popular out west, especially among Mormons abstaining from coffee and alcohol. Actually, the owner of the new shop in my hometown, Maple Grove, Minnesota, they took notice during trips to Utah to visit family out there. And dirty sodas have also been in the spotlight from the hit Hulu show that Briggs watches, The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Yeah, that was a great maternity leave program for me.
Do you care to share maybe like the significance of the dirty soda? Why is it so popular on the show?
Yeah, well, like you mentioned, they don't drink. They don't drink coffee, so they were really excited about, having a beverage that they could kind of spice up. And for them, it's pop.
Yeah, right.
For me, it's a dirty pop. I'm not going to call it a dirty soda.
Yeah, dirty Coca-Cola
here in the Midwest.
For the folks down in Texas.
But yeah, they were like fancy drinks. The way they were ordering these pops was like you were in the Starbucks line and you were adding like all these like hold this, hold that, add this, or it was kind of crazy. But a lot of it sounded pretty good.
Yeah. I know Heidi Stang downstairs has said that she wants to try it, or she makes it herself at home. It sounds like a really, for the folks that might not want to drink alcohol, especially during dry January, sounds like a good option.
True. We might have to make a trip down to Maple Grove, your hometown there, to give a shot at the dirty soda.
Mom, Dad, I'm on my way. Yeah.
Well, ahead of Valentine's Day weekend, the official beer sponsor of NASCAR is transforming the Daytona 500 into the Date-Tona with a one-of-a-kind, high-octane speed dating experience designed to help fans find love. The Busch Light Date-Tona car will be driving prospective couples around the Daytona International Speedway at a blistering pace as they try to forge a high-speed connection. Very interesting. Couples also have the chance to see if sparks continue to fly when they attend the Daytona 500 as well, courtesy of Busch Light. So adventurous,
Adventurous.
Meet someone who likes the same things as you.
Yeah, while driving in a cool car.
We'll be right back after the break.
The Blindfold on Northern Life is brought to you by Black Bear Casino Resort.
Welcome back, everybody. Valentine's Day is approaching. Crazy to say, we're like, I think, less than a month away now. You're going to want to make sure that you're on your best behavior when you're out at dinner, too.
For this week's Blindfold, Hunter and I visited the Boat Club restaurant in Duluth to learn about proper dining etiquette.
Good morning.
Yeah, morning. Travel in a pack.
Elevation changes. It's me and Hunter.
Two best buds.
Two best buds.
Just say you're not just completely.
Hi, how are you?
Thoughts?
I feel like we were at a restaurant or a hotel because somebody was taking a reservation upstairs.
Ah.
We're just talking about your ride. Talking about ready?
Ooh.
Got the music.
Do you like jazz?
Okay, stop right there.
Goodness.
Whoa!
We're at the boat club, and we're
we're
gonna
at the boat
learn.
club.
We're gonna learn how to do proper etiquette when dining with a fancy meal.
I worked with the Boat Club for many years. Today we're going to have a little lesson on some etiquette and fine dining and having a dining experience. I am not Emily Post at the highest, but I do believe things that she has advised don't really set you wrong.
How about our outfits? We didn't bring fancy shoes.
I forgot my dress shoes.
The occasion really depicts on what you want to be wearing. The Boat Club is pretty forgiving. You can dress to the nines. You can be a little bit casual, so tennis shoes can work. But you both look great. So
Thank you.
Let's go.
Thank you.
We're studs, couple of studs.
So today, we're going to have you gentlemen sit right across from me.
It's a lot of different silverware on here.
Once everyone is seated again, it's so nice to be with you all today. And you take your napkin and you just put that right on your lap. It shows that you are ready for the experience to begin.
Does anybody ever put it in their shirt? Is that weird?
Some people do, but typically it goes on your lap.
When I'm eating, things are flying all over the place.
Well, we're going to talk about how to eat so things don't fly all over the place. When you sit down and a table is full, it can get kind of crazy. So you're like, which is my silverware? Every time you sit down for your dining experience, it's like driving a BMW. You have your bread plate, your main dish, and your water glass. Okay? Once everybody has their food, then it's a great time to start. Your soup spoon is already on your plate. If it's not, you'll start from your kind of outside working in. That's when you typically eat soup. It's habit to kind of go towards you, but try going backwards and then scrape your spoon on the back side of the bowl Give that a try.
Scrape it towards the back.
Yeah.
Wow.
Tear your bread, and then you butter each piece, each little bite.
Oh.
This helps so that you don't put too much food in your mouth at once. You're able to kind of keep that conversation, because I have a talent, gentlemen, that whenever you have a mouthful of food, I'm asking a question. You don't want to have to wait too long to be able to answer that question, right? So you've buttered each of your little bites. If you want to dip it in your soup, you can. You get a little something you're not quite sure, just dab with your napkin. We are not here for fast food. You're here for a dining experience. If there is anything that you need to be getting to, it's really important when you make that reservation just to say, hey, we have tickets for a show that we need to get out, by this time. You let our server know, reiterate that when you come. The idea also is that you can eat your food, let it settle a little bit, then enjoy the next course. And you're not so full by the end, if it comes too quick, you're too full to enjoy it.
I think it's a very European thing that people take their time, and so you don't see that a lot in the U.S.
2025, we need to bring it down.
Yep.
Savor the things.
Yeah, enjoy it.
We're going to start with our outside fork,
Okay.
and we're working in. And if you're concerned, that the bite's going to be too big, just hold your hand under. You would much rather have a smaller bite going in than trying to shove a gigantic bit in.
Well, this might be a obvious one, but probably no talking while food is in your mouth.
It's best to wait until you're done chewing. And if somebody does ask you a question like I would, you can just be like, just 1 minute.
Does it get awkward at all if it's just two people eating? Do you have to hold the conversation, or is it fine just to have no conversation while you're eating?
If you ask more than yes, no questions, so that the person who is talking, when you know they have to give a little longer answer, then you can take a bite, small enough bite, chew it, then they can ask you a question, take a turn, and they can eat.
Smart.
What was it like growing up along the North Shore?
Well, it was a beautiful scene. I definitely loved Lake Superior and living out in Two Harbors. What about Maple Grove down in the cities? I didn't let it finish it.
It was a fantastic place to
It
live.
was. Okay, good.
Indubitably.
Indubitably.
So pasta, how do you generally,
Just scoop and throw it in.
you have a spoon, you have a fork, right? And so by taking just a couple of noodles and kind of rubbing it along this spoon when you twirl it, oh, look at that beautiful little bite.
I will say it is actually much more enjoyable when you slow down and and appreciate all of the bites.
Do people ever put the flour in their ear while they're eating?
I bet that they do. And you look fantastic.
Just my eye
You're beautiful.
Thank you very much, Ryan. Now I got pasta
So
on my ear.
if we
Piece of noodle.
Do I gotta-
Double on your head.
oh no, Hunter.
Welcome back, everybody. A lot of good info so far.
Yeah.
Informational, educational. And guess what? The fun continues on here. Let's head back to the Boat Club to learn more about fine dining.
What is maybe a no-no when it comes to, let's say there is an issue at your table or you need the check immediately?
Don't do that. If you're hosting a dinner for several friends, make sure that the server knows that when they come. Like, you can, when they're taking your order or when they're getting anything, you can just quietly say, hey, please make sure you bring the check to me. And if you need it a little bit sooner, you give them your card and say, please take my card, go ahead and run a 20% gratuity, on this charge. Then when they bring it to you, it's all said and done.
How about the
Yeah, the check, writing of the check.
Riding in the air. Usually just, again, that little finger of getting their attention. They'll know.
Do some people misassume that being fancy requires you to be a little bit hoity-toity, a little bit arrogant, a little bit?
Sadly, some people have seen that we did lose a lot of our manners in 2020. Let's let 25 be a year of, being kinder to each other, helping those around us to enjoy life a little bit better. And it's much easier for our servers to give you a better experience if you are being kind enough to receive that.
Let's say I see a big piece of green pasta on Ryan's teeth. Is it rude of me to let him know?
Do you currently see that?
No, I don't. No, you look good. You're looking good, my friend.
Maybe don't yell it across the table, but it is much kinder. You know, give a little discreet, like, it's terrible when you've had a full, long conversation and you go in and you see yourself in the mirror and you're like, how long have I had that spinach stuck in my teeth?
Tell me, Hunter.
Please let me know. Do you range your tip based on service? Do you always give the same tip?
When I come to the boat club, I know for sure I'm going to be giving a 20% gratuity because the service is always amazing. Food is always wonderful. It's not only the server that you're seeing. There is a lot that's going on behind the scenes. That all goes into that experience. And so just being kind of cognizant about, what I might be irritated with, is it really that I need to take that out on the tip area? A 15 to 20%, is kind of your typical. If it was really amazing, feel free to go above that.
Sure.
They'll appreciate it as well. So you don't have any more silverware on the side, but you have this lovely fork on top. This is your dessert fork. It's been waiting for you all meal. If you ate this all in 3 bites, you would miss out on really enjoying it, really savoring it.
The appreciation.
Pause, enjoy, pause, enjoy.
Any tips on how handling the who's paying dilemma?
I think whoever is inviting you, it is kind of a good, if you know that's a dilemma ahead of time, and you're like, okay, should I plan to pay for myself, or do you know, is someone planning to host this? If someone has chimed up and said, I'm hosting tonight, it's on me, the best words you can say is, thank you so much. That is so kind of you. Fighting at the table, trying to be like, oh no, don't do that. We need to learn to be better, gracious thinkers in the world.
There's a lot of good tips out there.
Yeah.
And if you're having a side salad, get the ranch on the side and dip your fork in it and then take a bite, so that way you have equal dressing on every single bite of salad that you have.
That's cool. That's fancy.
That's
All
fancy.
right.
That's fancy in my opinion. Yeah.
I learned a lot just watching. That's great.
Take it slow, enjoy what you're eating, and enjoy the, as they kept saying, the dining experience of it all.
Very cool. We're going to share more about the Boat Club and a look at tomorrow's show after the break. Huge thanks to the people at the Boat Club for having us. I wish I could have gone. We had a rehearsal dinner for my wedding at the Boat Club.
Nice.
Love them.
Yeah.
They're absolutely fantastic. So you can find them and their incredible staff and menu at the Vickers Complex here in Duluth. And if you're looking for the perfect place to have a romantic Valentine's Day dinner, give them a call or make a reservation online. They probably still have some spots, hopefully, because we're still, pretty early out. But I bet they book up quick for that busy holiday.
I'm sure they do. That pesto burrata pasta we had and that chocolate torte at the end, forget about it, because that was so unbelievably tasty.
It looked really good.
It was unreal. Hey, when we see you again tomorrow here on Northern Life, hair removal can be painful if not done correctly. So to help, Rachel Hackbarth is testing out a product that promises to erase your hair without any discomfort for this week's Does It Work product.
What? Oh my gosh.
It kind of looks like a hand warmer to, like you get at Costco. Hey, but
gosh.
before we go today, how cute is this story? A senior living center in Maine held its annual deer hunt. Staff gave residents the chance to use toy guns and shoot soft arrows and pellets at staff members who were dressed as deer, including it looks like a chicken running around the living center out there.
Oh my
in
gosh,
Maine.
that is funny. We should do that here.
Well, I mean, that would be a good time. That'd be a good time. Well, thank you for joining us today. We love you.
Yeah, we'll see you back here tomorrow. Have a great rest of your Tuesday.
Find some time to throw a line, or just head outside to unwind. That's the life in the great North Woods. Hike or bike, whatever you like. Get out in the day, enjoy the night. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, this is Northern Life.